Hot take that shouldn't be hot. Anti-trans violence, misogyny, and anti-blackness are all connected, but not just in the sense of intersectionality that most people talk about. Like, yes, Black trans women exist in this intersection, are the most impacted by them, and experience all three forms of systemic oppression in a compounding way that creates a bigger, shitty flavor of hate. And that alone should already be enough to center them in your advocacy. But I want to take it a step further, because these systems of oppression are inherently connected, meaning you can't separate them as distinct ideologies. Here's what I mean. A core part of upholding the patriarchy is enforcing nonsensical gender roles. If you're a man, you have to do this. If you're a woman, you have to do this. And putting aside that this leaves zero room for natural sex and gender variance, it also upholds a very narrow standard of what it means to be a woman specifically. And that's on misogyny. You have to have these curves, but not those curves, and hair here, but not hair there, and so on. And it's no mistake that these gender ideals are also rooted in white supremacy. On a societal level, we've defined ideal femininity as thin, white, and Eurocentric features. And that's because of anti-blackness and racism. So much of the toxic beauty standards that guide misogyny are rooted in uplifting white women by putting down black women. And the same standards that we use to judge trans people, and specifically trans women, exist under the very same rules. And ideas of passing have always been rooted in white beauty standards. Black and brown trans women will always have to do more work to pass because society sees their features as inherently less feminine. And when we've heard about 5 trans people being murdered in the last month alone, it's a reminder that this ideology isn't just problematic, but that it kills. That's anti-trans violence. And how society continues to critique women in power makes it abundantly clear how these systems are still connected. It's why cis women like Michelle Obama, Imana Khalif, Serena and Venus Williams are always being accused of being men. If you are a woman that's too strong, too smart, or too good at something, people will accuse you of being a man. And it's not just that misogynists, racists, and anti-trans folks see this as the highest insult, but that all these oppressive ideologies rely on each other to perpetuate hate. It's why terms like transmisogyny and misogynoir are used to describe these experiences. And even though Black trans women are the most impacted by these systems, you don't have to be trans or racialized to have your gender called into question under these unrealistic standards. It hurts all women, and that's why misogyny can't be separated from anti-blackness and anti-trans violence. And I'll be honest, you're not a great feminist if you can't acknowledge this. You're not a good feminist if you refuse to talk about white supremacy. And you aren't a good feminist if you refuse to talk about what is happening to trans people right now. Bye, friends.